Darkness falls, and with it, the truth emerges. In a world where the line between fact and fear is blurred, beneath the surface of forgotten towns and restless graves, hide secrets soaked in blood and whispers that never die. From the chilling depths of true crime to the unexplained shadows of the paranormal, we dive into the stories that haunt both past and present. Welcome to Realm of Darkness.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday night, time for Realm of Darkness. As you can see, it is just me tonight. I am riding solo, but don't be afraid. We're still going to have a great show. I have a wonderful guest tonight, two guests, if she can join us. One of my favorite places is Wildwood Sanitarium in Salamanca, New York. It's close to me. I'm in the Buffalo area, so I'm going to bring on Zach Bristol. He's one of the co-owners of Wildwood, and we'll get to talk about Wildwood. So, Zach, what's going on, my man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Zach, what's new with you, buddy?
Oh, dude, a whole lot, man. There's all kinds of stuff going on. We're getting ready in the spooky season now, dude. Like, got all these groups coming to Wildwood. Got a new baby. A lot's going on,
congrats
dude.
on that.
It's definitely
exactly
been
a month
busy,
ago
man,
today.
for sure. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a fun time, dude, for sure.
How do you do everything with
dude? Honestly, it's hard sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I struggle at times, but I get through it. It's worth it. Like I got all the family stuff going on. Got Wildwood going on, and we got a whole bunch of different things. And it's all right though. Like we have great time while we're doing everything.
Exactly. I mean,
yeah.
And you guys,
like I said, it can be rough at times, but we make it work.
Yeah.
I actually got my daughter right here. My daughter just ran out here right now. Right now, it's bedtime. Brooke's trying to get kids to sleep and everything. So
I know exactly.
It's okay though. It's all right. That's why she's not here right now, because she's trying to get the kids. Normally, this is the time we'll lay down everything. Yeah.
All of our normal people are coming in to say hello.
Oh yeah, Rick. Hey, Rick. What's up,
Rick
man?
Perry's the best. What's going on, Rick?
Perry. Mikey.
So let's kind of get into it a little bit, because I know there's some people that probably have never heard of Wildwood Sanitarium. So, kind of give us a little history of like what the building is and stuff like that.
So it's a really cool building. It's got tons of history. So what we found is that it was actually built in 1900, but that's just what one of the latest deeds that we can find says. So we've gone to like the local county buildings and looked through all the deeds, and actually points to one before that, but it's just gone. Like we can't find it. We don't know where it is. It could have been destroyed. I don't even know what happened to it exactly.
Sometimes
another thing that makes us think it's a another thing that makes us think it's a little bit older too is that we found gaslighting fixtures throughout the building and square nails when we were redoing the roof. And that's just something that was typical of like the mid to late 1800s. From what we found, it's pretty crazy stuff, man. Honestly, it's really weird. It's a really strange mystery. So, apparently, when they were a lot of times when they didn't know the actual build date of places too, they would just kind of smack like the century dates, like 1800, 1900.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they did, apparently, from what we found. So they're claiming the build was 1900, but I don't know though. It's weird, man. It's really weird. But in 1903, Dr. John Henderson purchased it, and he had this idea of basically making it into this private osteopathic clinic, basically like a holistic clinic as well. So the doctors, they both went to school for osteopathy, Dr. Henderson and Dr. Perry. And it's pretty interesting stuff. It's weird. So like I said, holistic means, so they did no modern medications at all at the time. So they had a completely holistic approach for everything. and they had a bathhouse in the basement where they had electric battery baths and cold and hot baths. Yeah, it's and at one point it was open to the public, but then
Really?
the 20s, from what we found, it was they started taking patients for tuberculosis.
Yeah, they were forced to, right?
So like that public bathhouse went to a more private thing, and it's really, all of it went to a more privatized thing. It was already private to begin with.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry, there's a lot going on over here. I'm getting distracted.
You're good.
Yeah, it's I lost track where I was at.
You're good. So
yeah, I don't know, dude. My bad.
So it was, if I remember correctly, the state forced you then to turn it into for tuberculosis.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So I'm just trying to get my mind back on track. Okay. So, yeah, my daughter's over here crying. My wife is handling it. I'm just keeping distracted. I need to focus on what's going on here.
Tough people, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So at first, so they treated non-contagious diseases at first, and went to a more like contagious thing because of the pandemic that happened.
Yeah.
So essentially, at first they treated people with like addiction, and they were struggling with things like alcoholism and stuff like that, from what we found. And yeah, they went to more contagious things like tuberculosis during the pandemic. And in the 40s, both the doctors actually passed away. And then this place in the 50s was renovated in 3 different apartment buildings. Yeah, and that was like that for quite some time. And then eventually a few different owners after that. And back to like the doctor phase too, they went through many different things with that too. It's very chaotic. They had so they had 10 to 12 patients here at a time. 12 would be max. That'd be like max, like maximum from what we found on the articles. It talked about like 12. Yeah. It was like a 10 was like a comfortable number for them. And you can kind of see like the one staircase. It's really interesting. So on the one side of the building, I don't know if you ever noticed this. So we usually have it blocked off because we don't want people going in that way, because it leads up to the second, third floor.
You're talking about the front door there,
if you notice when you go in there and look to the left, there is a doorway there. There's a door frame, and that used to be open, and they used to go into that first floor room that we have like the mirror in from like the Gross episode or whatever, and all that, where that broke and everything. It used to go into there, so it was a staircase that used to go to all 3 floors, like the first, second, and third floor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then one, obviously they renovated things to turn them into apartments.
Yeah. They closed it off. Yeah, because that way actually eventually went up to the second and third floor apartments, and then the other way went to the first floor apartment.
One of the things I always kind of, since I started coming too, like, you know, you're digging out more and more layers of these things. It's funny, Alyssa here in the chat, like, you guys are friends now, but like she knew somebody that lived in one of the apartments, and I always thought that was kind of funny. Like, she came back.
She basically grew up there as a kid. Her friend lived there before Lori purchased it in 2017.
And now she's back.
It's pretty interesting. So, yeah, now she's back. It's funny how the world works like that, ain't it? Like, it's like you reap what you sow. Like, things come back. That's just how it is. Like, the universe works like that. You kind of just like you put things set in stone, and then life will just merge it back in, or you can push it back or push it away or whatever. But things will usually kind of try to make its way back into your life. Usually, you put it in earlier in life, even if you're unintentionally doing it. If someone else helped to do that in life for any circumstance, really, you know, it's like, for example, it's like this is just like completely different. It's not really paranormal, but we plan on going to Cedar Point tomorrow and everything with family and stuff with the kids and everything, right? But I just wanted to say, so when Brooke was younger, Brooke and Lori used to always, Lori took her to Cedar Point all the time, all these music parties all the time. And it's just always been like a family thing ever since. They just keep going to this stuff. It's always like, and that's like a good example of like you reap what you sow, right?
Yeah.
So Lori put this in her life, and now it's always been like a consistent thing in her life. Later on into adulthood. And it's just it's interesting to think about. It really is, because it goes deeper. You know, it just goes into all aspects of life.
Exactly.
And I'm getting a little more. My nerves are getting a little bit better now. So Sylvia was just whining and everything, freaked me out a little bit. As a
It's a little
dad, like it
stressed.
gets me all worked up and
Yeah,
everything.
the
You
stress
know,
levels and anxiety
yeah,
of the whole situation. I
yeah. That's
totally
why I was like
understand.
sitting here trying to explain the history. I'm like,
Uh-huh. One
jumbled
of
up, man.
one of the things that from conversations we've had in the past that I really respected, you were talking to us the one time we were there interviewing you for one of the projects we were working on, and the floor, like, and stuff in the when you first walked in, you're like, yeah, we could put a new floor down, but what's the point? Because this is original, this is the house. And I kind of like, I respect that you guys are doing a lot of that, where you're not like going in and like, oh, let's just modernize it like a lot of places will. Like, you're keeping it pretty true to.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely want to keep the character of the place. That's a big thing we've talked about, and we really don't want to fully remodel it entirely. Because like how I said, it takes away the character of what it was. If it's not broken, why should we fix it? It's that's just that we're working on fixing the very broken things right now. That's the idea.
Which, when I first started coming, I think the first time I actually came was in 2020, and I don't know, were you around at that point yet? You're kind of.
Oh yeah, I was around at that point. I can
The second floor, when you got up to the top of the second floor and turn left into I get the library now, the tarps and stuff, because the roof was so bad, and like just the amount of work you guys have done.
Oh yeah, the tarp. Yeah, the whole like tarp. Now the whole tarp room's it's a library now. We got it set up as like a little library, and like it looks great, don't it? It's coming along very nicely with that.
Compared to what it was when you guys first started like investing in like fixing the thing. I'll always remember the tarp hanging down, and when it rained, it was just low to the ground. Because the roof, you guys took it. The roof was in rough shape, but like through which one of the things you guys have mentioned in the past, a lot of the money you guys make from like people coming in, you reinvest back into the house.
Oh yeah, so, for sure. Yeah, it's like we had to redo a lot of things. It's like the roof. It was a big expensive one. A lot of interior stuff had to be done. Now we're working on the garage outside, and you see like the tarp room and everything, like things like that. And then not to mention like all the bills with the place. It's like, as you can imagine, we get a ton of bills with the place. Like gas bills, electric, all that. On top of it, we have to pay the taxes and everything every year, stuff like that. And it's just like, it all adds up, and there's all little things. It's there's been times where people have broken things, unintentionally usually. It's like you fix it, stuff like that. It's just it's a work in progress, man. Like, and it feels like I swear we fixed something, and then just like another problem pops up. Though it's like it feels like that at the time. Like we're like, oh yeah, we got this done, and then just like, oh okay, like just something else pop up with it. Yeah, we just put in new hot water too, like Brookie said there in the chat.
Yeah,
we put a new hot water tank in there, and that was something. It's like that went. We had to put a new hot water tank, and that was expensive fix. And all that new hot water thing and all that. Just or water heater, I should say.
That's the thing with even just owning a house. Like, there's always something that's going to happen. You're going to have to fix something. So it's just little by little. Compared to when I first started coming to where you guys are now, you guys are.
This place has come a long way. It has come a long way, and like, I know how you're talking about like a list and everything. It was crazy. A few weeks ago, we were filming there for like our future YouTube channel that's gonna be coming out soon and everything. We were like filming over there, and we were also just live streaming too. We were mainly live streaming, but we filmed a little bit after because of our experiences we had were crazy. After we ended the live stream, of course, we had all these crazy things happen to us. So
usually how it works.
we started hearing a lot of things, and we heard a growl on the third floor. Someone growled at us. It scared the shit out of Alyssa. Like this woman, like she was really pissed. We were like, oh my god, I was shook though too. I wasn't even trying to like show it, but honestly, I felt some type of way too because it kind of freaked me out too because I've never been growled at there.
Yeah,
like I've never like experienced that there.
That's
not
I've
got weird feel. I've had a lot of weird feelings like on the third floor and other floors, but being growled at was definitely a surreal moment. We went outside after that because we kind of felt like okay, the vibe like they're mad at us, right?
Yeah.
So we went out downstairs and went outside. And when we went outside though, we seen something in the window. on the third floor. Like we could see something clear in the window. It was really, really weird. Just staring at us. Like
I don't
staring at
think we
us.
ever
We were
told you
like
that.
dumbfounded. We took pictures of everything. We were completely mind blown.
That happened to us
I
the
got
one night
footage.
there, too.
I filmed some of that.
Uh-huh.
I got mainly pictures of that though, but then we made a video and we talked about that whole experience and everything. And we're eventually going to put that in a video and put it out when we launch our YouTube. We're going to be launching this YouTube in October at some point.
October? Cool.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah. We've been filming a lot for that.
Well, that's one of the things I wanted to bring up because you guys have such a good social media like presence as far as like you guys are on TikTok a lot. You guys make reels that are, usually pretty, some of them are pretty funny. Some of them are, super informative.
Oh yeah.
But,
we like
you
to
guys
joke
are all
around,
over.
have fun, we like to have fun, It's just it really. Like I love being serious, like paranormal investigating, like having serious investigations at the time, but like we also just like to add humor into it too, like have a fun time, laugh and everything. I feel like that's important. I feel like especially even when you're investigating, like I feel like it's good to like crack jokes at times and like laugh and everything. I feel like that raises the vibrations, like it kind of like makes the energy better around you. It can actually even like help activity even. Like I feel like that helps energize even spirits around you, just like bring your vibe around. The whole vibe of the area around, just making uplifting everyone's spirits quite literally. It's just
well, yeah,
I feel like that's a good thing at times.
I feel like one of the things we notice a lot, like if we're not paying attention to what they're doing and we're just having our own conversations, that's when stuff kind of starts. It feels like.
Oh yeah,
like, hey, I'm here, guys.
I noticed that too at times. I definitely noticed that too at times. But you also got to feel the room too, because some spirits they don't like that humor stuff. That you really got to they don't like to joke around. Some of them are like they're like no, like I don't want to be like that. You got to feel whatever spirit you're talking to too. Like if you're actually getting communication, you got to like understand like okay, who is this person? What's their story? Like how do they feel about the way I'm interacting with them right now? That's just how I do it. I have like me. It's like me, Alyssa, and Brooke, and all of us. Like we have like a certain way we talk to the spirits and everything. We try to maintain respect with them. We try to understand them as much as we can. Like I've been all kinds of locations now, and it's especially like so being at Wildwood all the time too. Like it's just something that's really taught me. It's like respect is so big. At all these locations, really, like no one wants to feel disrespected, right?
No
one wants to feel lesser, right? Like even like in life, no one wants to feel that way, and it's not that different for them because they just don't have their physical body anymore, but they're still they're still people, right? They're still they had their spirit and they were still once alive, and they have those feelings. They don't want to feel like their feelings don't matter, just like how we wouldn't want to feel that way.
Yeah, that's just it. Like the way you approach things, your energy matches their energy. So like as long as you are coming into a place with like a positive attitude and you're not like, oh, do something, do this, do that, like it's not how it works,
Definitely. So another experience I want to talk about too I had, and this was about a month ago now. So there's this group here at Wildwood, and it was crazy. So they were filming for their YouTube channel. And I really like these guys too, and they might even pop in here at some point because they've been like supporting my stuff. But they're gonna release this YouTube channel. I would have to send you what it is later. I don't remember the channels. I'm so bad with like names and everything. I have to like consistently see it to like actually remember because I go through so many names all the time. It's really hard to remember it all sometimes. But anyways, so we're on the third floor, and that table we have with the stirrups in the doctor's office. Do you remember what I'm talking about? So we were doing EVPs in there, and they had a static cam in the doorway, and we're sitting here listening to these EVPs. We asked our questions, all that. And we're sitting there listening to it, and we're near the skeleton, like in the corner there. We're all like huddled up. The one girl's recording us. We're sitting there listening to it. Got the static cam in the doorway. Like I said, we hear like a creaking sound, like and I was like, wait, what was that? We're like, what was that? Like a squeaking sound, right? And I'm like, was that the stirrup table? Was that? And everything? We checked the static cam, dude. We got the stirrup going in a full 360 on the static cam.
That's crazy.
By
That's
itself.
really good.
Freaking blew our minds. We went crazy. We were like shouting. We were like, oh my God. Like, we were freaking out, dude, because it was insane. It was crazy. I couldn't believe we caught it on camera. And we heard it, and then we caught that on camera. a static can.
That's
Of all
wild.
things, it was amazing, dude. Like
I mean, honestly, you'd be surprised. A lot of the stuff you catch are on these static cams. Ashley is like reviewing a lot of the stuff we have. Like,
I'm learning that recently.
Yeah.
I'm learning that. I'm about to start having static cams around everywhere, and anytime I investigate, because it's almost like they don't want to be filmed most of the time. They don't want to be caught on film. A lot of these spirits.
The cool thing with static cams too is like if you're in a different part of the house and you catch something like you weren't there, like what is that? Like, you could go back and find that.
Right. No, yeah, exactly.
We're getting voices, we're getting like things moving, like it's just
I gotta get cameras around the whole building at some point. I want to do that.
That would be cool. Yeah.
I'm just I'm gonna do that. We have is our security cameras and stuff like on like the outside and all that everything right now. But
you're talking about like cameras to like live stream and stuff to Facebook so people
like do stuff like that. Like things like that. Yeah. Pretty much like have some type of like way to do that essentially.
Yeah. I mean there are ways. Talk to Tom. I think Tom had cameras there at one point for Dan or something. So maybe talk to Tom. He could help you out with that.
I'm gonna figure it out and get it all set up. Everything. I'm gonna. I was looking into it a little bit. I know like at Hinsdale, whatever. Dan Crossover, he has his cameras, and I know what he has and everything. I was gonna kind of maybe possibly do something similar to that. Like me and Burke and everything, we were talking about it, and just seems like a good thing. And also, even just for like our own security purposes too, because some people have been kind of like strange about some things. Like we had somebody we have the doctor equipment in the doctor's office, they're locked up, right? And someone tried to cut through the lock there, we noticed.
Oh really?
And was trying to basically steal the equipment. I don't know who it was exactly.
No.
I don't know who it was because there's no camera in there, it's just
that's an unfortunate thing.
It's just whatever. But it is what it is, right?
Here, the thing too that I always find interesting is because people know your building is haunted. I'm sure you get people all the time just coming, like, "Oh, your house is haunted. Let me come check it out." Like, not realizing you could, go to your website, buy tickets,
definitely
come to an event.
That's something. That's something that's definitely happened. We have cameras like all on the outside and everything, and like on like the first floor, everything for that reason. But I want to get cameras on all the other floors. But that's pretty much what we got. Like mostly the outside. I've had people definitely like come up to the property and like get a little too intrusive. There's been times where we had to call cops or whatever and this and that. But the cops know at this point like what we do there. So and the neighbors do too. The neighbors will even like they'll call at times. They've called for us. And
so
they look out for us like that. Yeah, they're really cool and they're understanding on what we do.
The thing I always found interesting.
It works out very well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, to having people have your back, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it definitely works out great. And like I said, the cops will drive by occasionally too, because like they know what's up. Like and people will they'll go on the porch or whatever. We've had people try to break in this and that. It's like at Hinsdale House for example, he's got those bars on the windows because people. Well, his place though, there's no people around, no neighbors around, right? There's like that's just it. Like it's like in this area by itself. So I think people they'll get a little more like ballsy, I guess. That's the only word for it. They'll try to get in there more in case like no one's gonna see them, right? And that's that. Well, Dan's got his cameras or whatever, everything, but still, people don't know that, and they're like, "Oh, there's no one around. I can just get in here, right?" So that's why he had to do that, essentially, right?
So Mike has a question. He says he hasn't been in over 2 years. Do you guys have a toilet on the top floor now?
No, we don't have a toilet on top. No, the only working bathroom we still have is on the first floor. We're probably not even gonna make those other two bathrooms into functioning bathrooms anymore. Just because so the pipes and everything are very damaged and they're all really old pipes, and we're probably just gonna end up making those into regular rooms instead. We don't really see a need for the bathroom unless Brookie sees it otherwise, or we see it otherwise eventually. But right now, I don't think we really have. The plans are just still kind of up in the air for that. Right now, we're really focusing on the garage in the back there because we want to get that fixed up, because that way we can. Another place for people to investigate. We get a roof up on there, and then we can also use the one side for like our lawnmower and things like that. Put things in there as well for like storage.
It's just a random idea that came to my head. What would be nice for the garage is to like have tables and stuff set up in there and almost make that like a base command type spot for people.
Yeah,
you can go into house, like something like that would be cool.
No, you really could too. And so that garage or barn or stable or whatever it used to be is a really strange thing too, because we can't really find anything on it exactly. From what I understood, it was like for like a stable, like for like their old, like back in the day, early 1900s, they had like horses, right? And then they had the early version of cars that they had that they probably put in there. But I found, so there's a middle window in it, like, so it's separate into two spots, right? And then there's a window in the middle, and it's right above the window is engraved "Pick up here," and an arrow pointing down. And it just made me think, like, I just noticed that recently too, because like we had all kinds of stuff in there and everything. It was a mess in there, and the roof was like collapsing. So we didn't really look in there too thoroughly, and I noticed this recently. I'm just like, what is that about? It's just really strange. It made me think, like, so did this actually used to be like a break room then? Or was it like a cafeteria almost for them? Like break room / cafeteria? Or did they hand out like discharge papers or something through there? Or something, or both? You know, like what was that? You know, what was that?
It does.
It's
I
strange.
Kind of see it,
It's
looking
strange.
at the picture.
Well, you know, it's like it had a full roof on there at one point.
Yeah,
too. And like
exactly.
you look at the pictures, if you go in there too, it's actually a lot bigger than it looks in that picture too.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's enough space where it could have definitely been like a break room, easily.
It could have been
like
anything.
Like the one side you could have had a whole bunch of tables, and the other side they could have been making food, handing out, or it could have been like an office type area that would have been like check-in for the place or something. Like people could have checked in there and got discharged there and everything like that.
Yeah.
Or it could have been the stables or both at one point, one time or another. I'm not entirely sure. It's one of those things that's a mystery. We can't find anything on what that was.
That's what I asked.
Nothing. I looked around. I can't find anything about it. And even just the place in general, like we have history on Wildwood, but it's like we're finding new things all the time, but there's just not a whole lot. Like there really isn't. We got a handful of pictures. You know, we got a whole bunch of newspaper articles and stuff like that about like the doctors and like some of the patients, some of the nurses, right? But it just feels like at this point, like I don't feel like I haven't found anything else. I don't know where else to even look to find more.
I mean, if anybody's got any ideas, let us know.
Well, it's weird. So the town of Salamanca too has gone through a lot. It's gone through a lot. So I think. So in the 40s, there was this big flood that happened.
I was gonna say, and
it caused a lot of damage to the town, and there was a lot of things that happened, like fires, and a lot of it was a big report. There's a million and one articles about it on like how much information was lost during this time. How many buildings were lost, all this thing, and like shortly after the doctors passed away, they actually changed around a lot of street names, and they added a lot of houses in. So Wildwood itself, all those houses around it were actually built long after the sanitarium phase.
Oh, really?
They were built in like the mid 1900s. So like when the doctors owned it, they actually had the whole block right there was their property.
Just there.
They had all that. And Prospect Avenue, where it sits, from what we found, is so it used to connect to Wildwood Avenue right there, and that actually used to be their driveway, and that's why it was called Wildwood Sanitarium. That's why they called it Wildwood Sanitarium, because it's connected to Wildwood Avenue. Directly to Wildwood Avenue, and Prospect Avenue wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah, so it's just the whole layout is totally different than when it was. Things changed a lot over the years. Like you know, it's like I dug a lot into this stuff. Yeah, and it's really interesting. It really is. It's weird. It's a weird place, man. That's all I can say. Like I know I keep saying it, but like it is. It's strange. All around. That's the thing. One of the things I always found interesting is like if you're just driving by the house, you would think it's just an ordinary house. You probably wouldn't even know it was a sanitarium at one point, because like just looking at it, it just looks like just an old house,
Right.
When people think sanitariums, they're thinking these giant buildings, like, full of rooms.
Yeah, usually are. Yeah.
So like,
just for sure, but. Yeah, they usually are, but the thing is, like, there was a lot of places that were smaller like this at the time in the early 1900s. Some people failed to realize that too. I've explained it to a bunch of people too. Like it's just like how you said, like the misconception happens often. You know, they'll be like how is this sanitarium? Like it's not gigantic, right?
It's not.
But
Yeah.
there were private sanitariums like this. There were private like little clinics / hospitals like this. And the thing is, it's also on the reservation, the Seneca land too.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that adds to it as well. And that might even add to why there's very little history. Is because it being on the Seneca land and everything. Yeah. All this stuff, being on reservations changes things immensely. Like being on reservations, it's almost like living in its own country. Like this, the rules sets and everything work very
different
differently
laws and
here.
all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very different. Cause you know, it's like even like how there's like 1,000,001 dispensaries around Salamanca. You know, it's like because they can just open up. They don't even really need permissions like that. They can just kind of do it. Like they don't really need licenses. They could just do it because being on Seneca land, they're like native. They can kind of just do that. And you know, it's like it's just a very different thing. You know, it's strange. It's odd. It's very odd.
Well,
all of it. It's very odd, man.
Speaking of odd, one of the oddest things that you guys have there, I always, mainly because you know it creeps a lot of people out because you know they're just creepy in general. You guys have a doll room full of how many dolls do you guys have in that room?
I don't even know how many are in there at this point, to be honest with you. I've kind of lost count because we just get donations of dolls constantly.
Yeah.
At this point, we're kind of like so I want to build shelves in there to put all around because we just have so many on the floor at this point that it's just taking up so much room you can barely even walk in there. Well, you can, but like it's like half the room is
enough
full.
room. Yeah.
You can walk in there. There's enough room to walk in there. There's a bed in there, whatever. But like there could be a lot more. I want to put some shelves around and
for
kind
more
of
dolls?
make it more spacious. Yeah, because it should be. It definitely should be.
Now
we could easily make it like that.
Are they haunted dolls or just dolls in general at this point?
So some of them,
mix of both?
Some of them have attachments. A lot of them are just for toys for the spirits, and they're donations from people. But some of them do have attachments to them.
Okay.
I would say that mostly. So it's mostly that the spirits like to play with them. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Like, I think it's more so the spirits have favorite dolls. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they like to interact with certain ones more than others. They definitely pick favorites on them.
And obviously, like we do know because we've had experiences there with the spirit of Tommy, who I think dolls in general, like for a kid, toys in general. There's lots of toys there too as well. So like for spirits and stuff like that, like those things are nice to have there.
Right. Another thing too is like so with that doll room, the doll room is really strange. So I'll come there and there'll be like no groups that have stayed like overnight. At times it was like empty, right? Because some days we have days, there's no one there, right? And I'll come there and the doll room light will be on. Either a doll room light or the basement. Usually the doll room light in the basement will be on, and I don't know why. Like the spirits will turn them on. They'll turn them on. I swear they do because no one else will be there at times, and this will happen. It's almost like I don't know what it is with those two lights. Mainly the doll room light too. It's strange. It'll be on a bunch of times when no one was there, and I've experienced this a lot. I've also experienced the staircase. I talked about this. I made a clip on TikTok about it too. I've been doing like vlogs and everything, talk about my experiences because I've been like wanting to document this stuff more myself because I'm there. Absolutely, I'm there more than anyone lately. I'm there all the time. Like, I'm doing all these tours and I'm like there like constantly. Like lately, I've been doing pretty much all the tours and all this stuff. So I'm like there constantly, dude. Like I'm experiencing all this weird stuff. So on the second floor, a staircase that goes up to the third floor. I'll hear a lot of footsteps on there usually. I also hear knocking throughout the building at certain points. And also I'll hear conversations on other floors. That's a common experience a lot of people have. It's like the conversation on other floors and the disembodied footsteps. But I just wanted to add that in there. So another thing I experienced too, so I got a Ouija board, and it's funny, I actually got it from one of the neighbors. One of the neighbors gave it to me the other day. And I put it in our so we got like this room that we have been putting all the boards in. So the second floor bathroom area, like the kitchen area that goes down to the
Yeah.
basement. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? Like next to the seance area there.
Mm-hmm.
I put this board in there, and I heard a knock on the wall right where I put it. It was like 3 quick knocks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm just placing this here, guys. I don't like mean any like I don't like. I'm sorry. I don't mean anything bad. I don't know. Like, I kind of felt like it was more of a like, hey, I'm here, not to like. From the vibe I got, it wasn't bad. Like they weren't mad at me. They were just trying to get my attention. That's what it was. That's what it felt like. Yeah.
One of the things we talked about before I wanted to bring up, a lot of people, for whatever reason, when they're there, have interactions with, family members that are passed. I myself, my grandma came through the one day on the spirit box when I was there, just randomly out of the blue. It was her voice. She was cursing at me because like she couldn't speak very well. Yeah. Like, but it seems like a lot of people have these kind of stories about Wildwood where like family comes to visit them while they're there. Do you any idea why that might be happening?
I think the spirits, they just want to keep helping people. Like, honestly, I think the doctors mainly like the doctors, they just want to keep helping people even in death. Like, they're still trying to connect people with their loved ones. They're still trying to heal people. There are some spirits at Wildwood that aren't as happy, though. It's like we get a spirit on the 3rd floor a lot. He'll go by Charlie a lot, and he's actually kind of nasty at times. Like, honestly, he's kind of mean. Like, so from what I understand is he used to be an ex-alcoholic, and he got treated for that there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be ex-alcoholic because he's treated for alcoholism. Right.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of problems with his marriage essentially, and a lot of other things, and he pretty much just has a general dislike for people in general. Like I've had a lot of interesting conversations with him back and forth, like very intelligent conversations with this man back and forth, and he's very adamant on how much he doesn't like people. I even asked him at one point, I'm like, do you have a dislike for women in general just because of like what you went through, your relationships, everything? He said he said I have dislike for both genders, like clear as day to me. Yeah, it blew my mind, and we got that on recording too. Even the one group I was with recorded that actually, and it was pretty interesting. But back to the healing side though. I know I got a little off topic. Don't mind me, ADHD. Don't mind me. I can just yap about anything. I'll just go top of topic. Don't mind me. But
you're good, man.
So a lot of times in the seance room, on the 2nd floor, this is where a lot of times people will connect with their loved ones in there. So that's a very high like healing energy in the room, and a lot of people have said that. And I've witnessed people like how you have with your grandmother. I witnessed all these grown adults literally bawl their eyes out because getting connected with their loved ones, whether it be grandpa, uncle, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, whatever, right? That passed away friend. They'll get these intelligent answers through spirit boxes or other means. Not even just spirit boxes, other equipment, or even not even just equipment at times. Sometimes animals, even like I've had like random animals like birds fly up to the windows, even like and like just a weird stuff, man. Like a lot of weird signs, like animalistic signs, even happen around. Like for example, the one guy. So his father, I forgot like. I think his name was like he went by like Jay or something, and he was a blue jay. He was a blue jay. I forget, like it was something, some kind of. I don't know what his father's name was. It was some kind of connection with a blue jay. Right, and he was on the 3rd floor, and this man just started bawling his eyes out. It was crazy. Like, and I was literally just giving him a tour too. At this time, we weren't actually investigating. But he told me his father just passed away, and like I believe his favorite bird was a blue jay or something, and it was just a surreal moment. But then we got in the spirit box. His father literally coming through and saying, I forgot exactly what his name was that came through. I don't remember, but he said that he loved it and all these sweet messages, and like just watching this man bawl his eyes out, so surreal. And you can even one guy that comes through a lot, John Griffin, he comes to investigate a lot. He can even like tell you what I'm talking about because he was actually there during this tour. He was there. He witnessed this happen. He knows like what exactly what I'm talking about, and you can go ask him about that. It was a very surreal moment. It was absolutely incredible, dude. And I've seen this happen a lot. And it's, I was telling you at one point, I told you But so we did a seance, and this is years ago, on the second floor there in seance room. And I was with Katie Peak, John Griffin, Brooke, Lori, and we were all doing the seance. And they came through the spirit box and said, "Hey Zach, how's your sister Andrea doing?" Said my sister's name by name and my name, and they didn't even know who my sister was. My sister was never even there at this point. She never even went there. And I never could get anything else after that. But them just coming through with that blew my mind and gave me chills throughout my body. I literally, whole temperature around me changed. And it was the whole energy shift was, dude, it blew my mind. That's one of the moments that made me realize that this place is something
Special.
different. This is something different. They're like, this is something I've never experienced before. And I've always kind of believed in the paranormal a little bit. But Wildwood actually really made me like fully believe like there's something really unexplainable going on that we don't really fully understand. Dude, like it blew my mind. Like I've always I was always like a complete like skeptic. Like growing up, I experienced a lot of paranormal stuff. I had a lot of paranormal stuff, and it's like I know it's kind of cliche at this point. A lot of people say they grew up in a haunted house, right? I experienced a lot of like haunted things growing up. I moved a lot growing up and everything, so I've been a lot of buildings, and I have experienced a lot of really strange things paranormal wise. I really have. Even before Wildwood, and before being introduced to Brooke's family, even, and but this is something. This building really made me feel differently about it. Like I really understand that there is something else going on, and I try to keep an open mind. I really do try to keep an open mind and debunk things. I still do that. I still do that because
that's
I'm not going to sit here and call everything
us,
a ghost, everything a spirit. Because like even like okay, you being an old house at times, things could be like shifting or laying to rest and stuff. Like noises could happen. Like the house could just be shifting. I mean, it's old house,
just
like
natural stuff.
Like it could literally just be natural stuff and not even a spirit. And it's like the things like that. You have to debunk things like that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and just yell, "Oh my God, it's a ghost!" like to everything. It's yeah, it's and it like I said, it's just really strange though. Like this building, it really is, man. And I'm glad you got in contact with your grandmother though.
I had a question here in the chat.
About that? Like,
what
was that? What was the question? What was the question?
The question asked if that I've ever got my grandmother anywhere else. No, that's the only time she's ever come through, and I knew right away. Like we were actually down as we first walked in the house, down in the that little dining living room area. And like she just she had a Jeff Fent box on, Ashley did, and she turned it on, and I hear and it was my grandma's voice saying a lot of the profane things she used to say to me, because she had a stroke before she passed and she couldn't speak very well. Certain words like the F-bombs and the G damn it's and stuff like that, like she could say that pretty clear for whatever reason. So I was hearing a lot of that, and then a lot of like the muffled.
Dude, when they swear at you through spirit boxes is like the craziest thing, because like
it's not going to say it on the spirit box.
Exactly, like on a radio. You know how it's like a hacked radio. Like you're not really going to hear that often on a radio station. People cussing people out. I mean, some radio stations maybe like here and there, maybe, but not like crazy cussing like nonstop. You're not going to hear that. You're not going to hear that. Most stations, you're not going to hear that. You're really not going to get it. It's just like, so and there's times with like spirit boxes, especially those Jeff Fent boxes, man. Dude, shout out to him, man. He makes the craziest things ever. Like, I don't know.
Amazing.
Dude, it's absolutely like on a different level at times. I swear. Like some of the boxes we have of his are absolutely mind blowing. The experiences we've had with those. Oh my God, dude. Like we have one that he made that's made out of wood of the building. And we've gotten some absolutely incredible responses from that. I think it's almost like because the connection with the building, because it's made out of wood of the building. So it's like we use it at the building itself. It's almost like it enhances the energy. To make communication easier for them.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of them. So one of the things I know you guys like to do a lot, and you guys do a lot of like charitable stuff, 100%.
Yeah.
Like recently, within the last year, you guys put like a food box outside and everything.
Yeah,
for
we
people
have
in the community, because like Salamanca, it's the wealthiest area at all by any means.
No,
So
there's
like,
a lot of issues around here, and so they also added in cameras, like they added in cameras throughout the town too. It's funny because they actually had one out front of Wildwood for a little bit, only for like a week though. They
Really?
took it down. I think they like kind of like just like I don't know what their thoughts were. If they had just seen all these people coming through or whatever, and they just didn't think of anything, just like okay, we'll just take this down. Like,
Yeah.
because
Well,
like they
but
obviously they seen we weren't doing anything bad.
no.
They were trying to. So what the thing is, they were trying to look out for. There's a lot of people that are homeless, and there's a lot of drug issues and stuff like that going on.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, that it's a problem in the town. But they're trying to clean it up. They're trying to clean it up around there, which is good. And then so we got the food box. So like, and there's 6 other people that are doing this. There's like all kinds of food pantries around Salamanca, which is really good. It helps out everyone. Yeah, we're just adding to that essentially, and we're gonna have another box soon at some point. We actually had Amish making us another one to put next to it, a bigger one
for more food.
But yeah, eventually they'll get to it. Like they got all these projects that are like backed up. Eventually they're gonna get to that, and we'll have another box there for basically expanding that food pantry idea. But it's also it's a good thing though for the community. It's good to have that.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like people need help nowadays.
Yeah,
times are tough everywhere. Not even just Salamanca, man. Like times are tough everywhere. Like you see what's going on in the world now. Like
it sucks.
It's rough, man. It's rough, dude. At times, it really is. And I actually kind of worry about like my children's future at times. I really do. Like especially seeing all these things on social media and all this nasty stuff happening. And even like the stuff that happened yesterday, I'm not even gonna get into that.
No,
you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, man. And it's just like stuff like that. It's just like
this
world's a brutal place, man. Like it's a really brutal place. It's really brutal out here. Like it really is. Like people. I don't even want to get into it, man. Honestly,
anything like that though that you could do to help anybody else, like
we just want to help, man. That's just really it. Like. At the end of the day, like we just want to help other people. Like people have helped us restore this building by coming to Paranormal Investigate, and the tours, all that. It's just our way of giving back to the community. And
let's
basically
touch base on this real quick too. You sent me an invite yesterday. You guys are doing an event here in October, correct?
Oh yeah. So that's for suicide prevention. We do it every year. Usually, so we used to have a Paracon for it, but now we're just doing a paranormal investigation for it, like as you can see on the flyer there. And it's just, so 50% of it is going to be donated to suicide prevention charity. And it's just a really good cause that touches base for all of us, a lot of us really. We've all kind of lost people to this. And I know many other people can relate. It's really crazy. It's a big problem really in our world and in our country and just the world in general. And like it goes back to how I was saying, the world's a brutal place, man. It's hard sometimes for people, and if you ever need someone to talk to, like my inbox is open too. Like if you guys ever really need anybody, like if you ever feel like you had nowhere else to turn, like you can literally message me and I will message you back. Like I mean, I can't promise I will message you back instantly though, because I'm really busy. But I will like try to talk to you, man. Like if you like make it like a concern, like dude, I really need someone to talk to. I'll talk to you because like I know what it's like to feel so down on yourself that like you feel like there's no like other way. Like I know what it feels like to be in a really dark spot. Is what I'm saying. Because I've been there, man. Like it's hard, dude. Like life can be heavy. It can be really even sometimes now. I still struggle with my mental health at times nowadays because I had PTSD for like I've been through a lot of horrible things. I'm not even gonna get into it in the past, and I'm not even gonna get into it. I know we all have. Honestly, we've all gone through our own stuff, right? And I struggle at times with my mental, and I meditate pretty much every day almost, to keep my head straight. I have to. Like I have to.
Especially,
anytime I can, when I get time alone, I have to do that in order to keep myself composed. Because otherwise, I get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed at times.
Well, it's just like everything going on in the world, and obviously you've got a new kid, and like you've got the stress that comes with running a big operation like Wildwood. Like it's tough out here, man. I get it 100%. So like for you guys to be able to like do an event like that to raise money, kudos to you
Oh,
guys,
dude,
man. Like,
we're constantly striving though, to do better and help the community any way we can. And that's just it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just, knowing you and then seeing some of the things you posted in the last year, it's, obviously we're getting into spooky season, but you know what's coming soon after that, right? It's Christmas tree cake season. I know that's a big thing. You are a monster for the Christmas tree cakes.
Yeah, man, dude, I'm gonna go crazy on that again, dude, because I love those cakes. They're so good.
No, I see you posted recently.
They're so good, man. They're so good. I had so many boxes last year of that, dude. They lasted forever. I had like a whole cabinet full of them. I'm not even playing. Like I had I think I counted at least I think it was 50 boxes I had or something at one point. Like I really yeah, it's crazy, dude. I want to get more though. Like I want to get more than that. I'm gonna have a ton. Like every year I just want to make it bigger, dude. Like I just want to get a big stack like that. On the ceiling, dude. I just want to fill a room with them and just post that social media and be like, yeah, this is how much I love these. Like let's get a vault full of them or something.
How let's get back into a little bit about the ghosts and stuff of Wildwood. How many spirits do you guys think you guys have there?
So the ones I've gotten often, so I'd be Dr. Henderson, Dr. Perry. We get the nurses that come through, Bertha, Agnes, and Sue. Get Tommy. Anna at times. Anna's a weird one. I think there might even possibly be two Annas because Dr. Perry's wife was named Anna, but then we also get the spirit that claims to be a little girl named Anna.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones, and a Charlie. He comes through a lot on the third floor. Those are the big ones I get often. But then we also get other ones. I swear we get traveling spirits too as well.
Yeah.
Those are the names I normally typically get often though. The ones I just listed. But we also have the two graveyards right next to what we got.
Which literally is it one of the doctors buried in one of the cemeteries, right?
Yeah, so there's Calvary Cemetery right next door, and then right next door to that is Wildwood Cemetery. So you have to go a little past the bridge, and there's a brick road that leads up. Yeah, and it leads up to Wildwood Cemetery, and Dr. Henderson and his family are buried in Section J there. Yeah,
I think we've actually been
Dr. Henderson's gravestone though. His is almost engulfed by the tree though. It's kind
of against the tree. Yeah,
it's overgrowing. Yeah. But the rest of his family is all visible there and everything, and their family headstone and stuff, and we have the papers about who was buried there, him and stuff and everything, and his family. We have all that in our history book, and the obituary information, all that stuff. We have all the things like that. It's pretty interesting stuff, man. It really is. Henderson, we get him quite a bit actually.
Yeah,
he'll come through a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of what we have happened to us when we were there, we hear conversations audibly all the time, and it feels like it's always upstairs on that third floor where the doctors hang out.
Yeah, you'll hear them talking to each other. Yeah, they'll literally have and you can't. Well, and it's weird because you can't even really understand it at times. It'll be muffled, almost it almost sounds so distant, but it's there. And it's the same thing. It's so one time I was on. This was actually last November, and I was up there filming with this group, and we heard a whistle on the third floor, and it was the weirdest thing because it was it was there. But it wasn't there. It was distant. It was there but distant. If that makes sense. It just it was strange. It was really strange. It was soft. It was a soft it was disembodied. It just it felt like it was in between. What we were hearing. If that makes sense. It felt like it was in between. Like I said. Felt so far away but here.
Yeah. Exactly.
It definitely had us all shook. Shook. And so one of Brooke's first experiences here is her actually hearing Dr. Henderson whistle and seeing him whistle even. Yeah, that was one of Brooke's first experiences. So I'm pretty sure it was Dr. Henderson. Make the connection, man. I have all kinds of stories in this place, man. Oh my god. I had so many stories, dude. I can talk all day with it, really. I could.
Let's talk
And that's
about
why I'm starting this vlogging stuff. That's why I'm starting this vlogging stuff, because I'm gonna
exactly
start talking about all my
a lot about it.
experiences I've had
Mhm.
and all my stories over the years that I haven't
Uh-huh.
really recorded. I'm really starting to get more comfortable recording myself
Yeah,
on camera. For some reason, it's like I get like
I hear you.
nervous at times.
Yeah.
My nerves, like, it messes with me at times,
Mhm.
and I start. You hear me start stuttering and like messing up my words. I mean, like how I was
Mhm.
earlier when Sylvia came. I was because like I was getting
Mhm.
all nervous.
What do
My
you do?
nerves were
Yeah.
getting to me. I couldn't
Mhm.
get
I
myself
feel you.
composed, and that happens to me at times. And I'm trying to
Uh-huh.
get more comfortable with the self
Mhm.
vlogging. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get more
Which
comfortable with doing that.
the thing is, people like will love stories like that and like experience because you're there every day and like the
Yeah,
stories
yeah,
you could tell are
right.
fantastic things people would want to hear.
Oh
So
yeah.
I love that you're
It's
going to be
actually
doing that.
funny because so I used to work at Amazon, right? And I used to
Hmm.
do I was a trainer there, and I used to do tours.
Hmm.
I would do tours for like 20, 30 plus people. I would have
Yeah.
like a microphone on, and I would show them the whole place, train them how to do the equipment and everything. And that almost got me comfortable. That got me comfortable doing tours at Wildwood. So
Hmm.
now I could do tours. I'll go do tours at Wildwood. I could do it comfortably, no problem. Like
No
I like
problem. Yeah.
how I choke up here and get nervous, or I don't get nervous at all. I got so used to it when I was doing work at Amazon for the years I did, and it flows naturally to me now. Like
Yeah.
I can do tours like completely comfortably. Like I don't
Hmm.
get shy in front of the audience there
Hmm.
doing that. Um, Even on the cameras, but it's like like I said, when I pull out a
Hmm.
camera, I start recording myself. It's like a
Yeah.
whole different ball game. Whole
I
different ball
feel
game.
you.
It
Uh-huh.
messes with my head so bad.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Like I start getting all choked up and everything,
Yeah.
and like I'm working on it though. I'm really working on it.
Hmm.
I'm trying to get through
Hmm.
it. I'm getting a little bit better. If you like check out my TikTok and everything, I'm getting a little bit better with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, we do this stuff. I hate being on camera half the time. I'd rather not, but like, that's part of what we do now. Like
Yeah.
even tonight, like a couple years ago, you would have never caught me hosting a podcast, but here we are.
Yeah. Dude,
So,
honestly,
100%. Look at
like
us
same
go.
though. Same.
Uh huh.
Honestly, same. Like I was like pretty bad with like being on the camera at one point
Yeah.
too. Like
Hmm.
I felt that. Like
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
gotten a bit I got a lot more comfortable with it over the
Hmm.
years, for sure.
Hmm.
I can relate to that. I can definitely relate to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you about Tommy because Tommy, he's a relatively, as far as spirits, he's not from like back when it was a sanitarium, correct? He was more of a recent like
Yes.
family.
Oh, from what we found, it was he lived there during the apartment phase, and
Yeah.
so there's actually like a river down the street, and he
Hmm.
drowned in that,
Hmm.
and
And there's
pretty much.
documentation of all that, right?
Yeah, there was an
Hmm.
article we had found about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff, man. We get him
Hmm.
a lot too. He's a
Yeah.
really
No,
active
we've
spirit there. We
we've
get
we've
him quite a
interacted with
bit.
him a lot. Hmm.
So there's this theory like someone told me the other day too. So I there was this group they caught this amazing thing, and they're gonna release it to um so it was like a shadow figure. I
Hmm.
can't show you the video right now because like he's gonna
No,
put it in his
no, yeah,
video. But it was a really
absolutely.
good in Tommy's room, like really good shadow figure. Like the guy
Hmm.
was crazy, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna like spoil and like say the names, or you'll
Hmm.
see it at
No,
some point.
nope.
I'll
Yep.
share it out. You'll see it soon,
Share
I
it out. Yep.
promise you. I'll share it out. But this and then the next group, the next day, they had this theory. So they were like, what if they're little people? And I
Hmm.
was like, well, like little people. So there's the tale of little people with the natives on being on Native American
Oh.
land. So they live in
Okay.
a lot of brushes and stuff. We got the big brushes behind Wildwood and everything. All this like empty stuff they could easily like
Hmm.
hide in, and like um. So little people, they're tricksters. They'll move things
Yeah.
around. They'll mess with things, and they like offerings. And if they don't get offerings, they'll take things and stuff like that, and all this stuff. And it just kind of adds up. I wonder if these like
Hmm.
these mythical creatures, these like these
Hmm.
cryptid creature, mythical cryptid. I guess you call them cryptids or mythical creatures. I don't know what you would call that, but
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
both, right?
I think yeah.
What if they're there at Wildwood though? It made me think. It
Hmm.
made me really think, and I'm kind of gonna do some experiments soon. I'm gonna put some like food out maybe in the back or
Hmm.
something, and like see if anything happens with it.
Hmm.
Things like that, like just offerings in general, and see if I can get anything happening.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna try some experiments because like
Yeah.
when the shadow figure was caught on this camera, the reason why this group said that is because the camera was on the floor, and it looks like it's a full like body shadow though on the wall, like on the wall going by, which wouldn't make sense though, right? Like if it was just like a shadow, like if it caught it like and it was going through the light, it's almost like some little figure went by the camera. Like that's what kind of looked like. That's why there was this whole theory about this little people thing. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was definitely interesting. I just started talking
anything's
about
possible.
that.
Yeah.
It could be that. They could be there, but also this obviously the spirits are there too because we've gotten things with that. But maybe this is a thing as well, because we do get like this trickster type activity going on where things will move around. I've had that happen to me many times. I'll put things down and things will move on me. But that could also be spirits doing that too.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure.
Like you said, you're there more than anybody. What room in the place is your favorite room to go to?
My favorite room?
Yeah.
So I'd probably say I like the seance room just because of how beautiful it looks. The whole setup and everything with the crystal ball and everything, just gorgeous, right? And I also just love the basement. I like the basement a lot.
Yeah.
I get a lot of really good activity in the basement, and I just love the aesthetic of the basement. I love how there's remnants of the tubs and what it was in the basement. That's why the basement is actually probably my favorite. Actually, not even probably. It is my favorite spot. The seance room would be my second spot. The basement is my favorite just because of the fact that there's remnants of what it was down there. The history is retained in the stone.
Well, yeah,
like
the tub.
I just love
that lip around the tub yet, where like it would have stopped the water from like when it overflowed.
And all that. Yeah, it's very neat. And then the drainage holes. I don't know if you notice, like the holes, the drainage holes are there and everything. Oh, it's really cool stuff, man. It's like it's awesome. I just love it. And you just look at the walls and you can just tell how much history is there. You could just look at it all and you could just see the history. It's just all there. Just the stone in the building itself. It's just gorgeous. You look at it,
absolutely,
it's just old and like it's fun. There's actually a few buildings around Salamanca that have the same type of stone too.
Oh, really? I've never.
And I actually just seen one earlier, even like one little building that was just for like some like piping or whatever. It was just like a little building. I walked by. I was walking with my kids and stuff. I walked to the playground with them, and I noticed this. And but also there's a Wildwood. So down the street there's a place called Wildwood Bar and Grill. It's like way down the street. It's off of Wildwood Avenue.
Yeah.
And this is a really old building too. And it was built not long after Wildwood was built, around the same period of time. It's got a similar type of stone. It's a little bit different than Wildwood though, obviously. Because its history is mostly restaurants. It was mostly restaurants and bars. Like it's always been like restaurants and bars mostly it's been many different things over the years. Even now the owners that own it right now are actually getting rid of it now, so there's going to be I don't know what they're going to do with it. I wish I could get it right now, but I can't because honestly I think there's some stuff going on in there too. I was
gonna say
I've been in there and many other people have too, and they kind of feel the same type of way.
Which is
it's
interesting.
Cool how it's like
the theories like maybe like that kind of stone or something like that could help with activity or something like that. I don't know per se. I'm just spitballing, but like it could be a thing. You never know.
Yeah. So another cool thing too I want to talk about. So you go down the street more. There's a Rite Aid, right? You go way down. There's a Rite Aid, and like right across from that, there's a building where Dr. Henderson used to live, actually.
Oh wow! Okay.
And it's still like fully intact and everything. This guy owns it. He was supposed to rent it out he's gonna rent it out or whatever. He's just never really done anything with it apparently though. It's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to know. I actually at some point soon I'm gonna go to there and I'm gonna take pictures of it just for like obviously just put in the book for like history reasons and stuff
for history,
like that. And I actually might take pictures of Wildwood Bar and Grill just to talk about it because it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think there's any tie between Wildwood and that,
maybe just
but I just think it's kind of cool to have. Cause I want to get more history of just the town as well, and we also want to get history of the people who lived there during apartments at Wildwood when it was apartments, which I know there's some people that are even alive right now that live there during apartments.
Which
a bunch of people came forward to us. A whole bunch of people came forward to us about that. I want to do like interviews with them. Oh yeah, some people said they had some stuff. Yeah. Yeah, some of them have, yeah. But
what'd be kind of a cool thing to like do like a little documentary with like a bunch of these people and like the history.
No,
Yeah,
exactly. Right, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then like the previous owners too, not even just like the apartment ones, just all these previous owners. No, all the ones that are alive would be cool to talk to all of them. You know, it'd be
absolutely.
really
Yeah,
neat to go
the
back and
stories everybody has.
see if they have any experiences. I know some of them were kind of closed off to it though. I know that
Yeah,
for a fact. The
some
ones
people don't like to
before,
talk about it.
well, yeah, the owners before Lori had it, they were like that. They
Yeah.
had crosses all over the building, everything, and they were just like they just did not like, acknowledge stuff like that.
No, it didn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are like that. It is what it is, though. You know, it's just how some people
Mhm.
operate. You know, there's nothing wrong
Yep.
with that. You know, their
No,
religious
yeah.
beliefs. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we do what we do, though. We barely, you
Yeah,
know, we love
exactly.
talking
We
to
do what we do.
that. Yeah.
So
I don't see
you've
anything
been
wrong with that, man. Some people see it
no,
as like unholy or like demonic and stuff like
no,
that. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that
no,
way at all. Honestly, I've seen some
no.
beautiful things talking like doing the paranormal that
Mhm,
like I said, I've seen people cry, talking to loved ones, all
mhm.
this beautiful stuff, man. I've seen
Yeah.
some really good moments happen. A lot of really good connections that weren't even dark. But then I've
Mhm.
seen dark stuff happen. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some really things
Oh,
that were like
it can
kind of
happen anywhere.
concerning.
Yeah.
They're concerning.
Mhm,
They're like, okay, like
mhm,
this little unnerving, but like
mhm.
for
That's
the most part, I've had a lot of good experience. I met a lot of really good people in the paranormal field too,
mhm.
doing all that
I was
stuff.
just about to say, and like at Wildwood, I don't
Like
think I've
you. I
ever
met
had
you
any.
too. You're doing this.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had anything really negative at Wildwood ever happen. That's one of the
Yeah.
things I could say. I don't know if anybody else have ever said anything about anything like
People
that, but
have. It's a mix. You know, it's a mix.
yeah.
People have. Some people have had good
Mhm,
things. Some people have had bad things. I've had people
mhm,
get scratched. Had
mhm,
people get bit, growled at, like how
mhm.
I did. Growled
Yeah,
at.
yeah, yeah.
I've heard people say they got growled at before. I've heard people tell me
Mhm,
that, but I've never
mhm.
experienced that until
Yeah.
recently. And
Mhm,
it blew my mind because I was like, "Holy crap! Like,
mhm.
what the fuck?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just like, well, okay, like, all right then. But I've
Uh-huh.
heard other people say that. But then other times, like the connecting with loved ones thing, you know, it's
Mhm.
like, or just the playfulness of Tommy, right? A
Yeah.
playfulness of
Yeah.
Anna, you know, it's like things like that. You know, sometimes it's lighter, sometimes it's darker.
Uh-huh.
It's just it's like I feel like Wildwood's just a good balance. I feel
Yeah.
like it's just a balance. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
it's just a very balanced location when it comes to
Mhm.
activity.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it leans more dark or light, just in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
really, like honestly, like that's from
It's a
what
little
I've
bit of
seen
everything.
and what I've experienced with people and what our guest book
Mhm.
says. What our guest book says, like I've had a lot of
Mhm.
people say some really good. A lot of people say like
Mhm.
I literally left early because I got so scared,
Mhm. Yeah.
and then people say like I slept peacefully here and
Here
everything, and like the spirits they talked to me a little bit. They made some noise or whatever, but I loved it, right? You know, like that's
here's
what I
an
mean,
idea
like the
for
big
you.
mix, like.
I got a good idea for you. Once a week, you should take a picture of one of the pages on the guest book and post it on Facebook for people to read about experiences and
Dude,
stuff
I
like
could do
that.
that. I mean, I
Wouldn't
could
that be
do that
cool?
for sure.
I think that'd
The
be
only
fun for a lot
reason
of
I
us.
don't do that, the only reason I don't do that is because I just don't want the guests that come in, like I don't want anybody to feel some type of way of me posting
Mhm.
that. Like
Well,
if I
you could
talk to
always
them first,
like
then I
cross
will.
out names.
I'll
You can
talk
cross
to
out
them first.
names. Yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah, I'll try to talk to them first because like some
Mhm.
people, you know, are
Mhm.
just very particular about
Mhm.
like privacy and stuff. I just don't want to post people's stuff
Yeah.
without their permission. That's
Yeah.
just it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I may do that. I might start like
Mhm.
tell people like, you mind if I post this? Like, and then if
Mhm.
they don't mind, I'll
Mhm.
post it.
Mhm.
I'll do
I
that.
think that'd be
I
cool
could do
because a
that.
lot of us it would be good
Yeah,
for a lot of us to like look at people's experiences and see how they match up to kind of
yeah. You know
things
what?
we've had
Actually,
happen.
you know, I'll start doing that. Actually,
Hmm.
yeah.
I think I
Like I
mean
said, I'll
I've
ask
seen
them for their
yeah.
permission first.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I mean I
yeah,
know
for
when I've
sure.
been there in the past, like I've spent an hour or two like just looking through the pages and reading people's things just to see what people have had
Yeah,
happen.
it's
And
cool, dude. It's
it
cool
is it's a
to
lot
see
of
everyone's
fun.
experience. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's cool to see people's experiences. It
Hmm.
definitely is, man, for sure.
So I'd
Yeah,
be remiss if I didn't ask Nick
what?
Roth. He was there for
Yeah,
was it Paranormal Lockdown?
Paranormal Lockdown.
Is
Yeah,
that mirror still there?
that
I know
mirror
a
is
lot of
still
people ask
there.
that question.
Yeah,
The
and
mirror's
that
still there?
mirror has gone through a lot, man. Cause like, so the episode of Paranormal Lockdown, if you didn't watch
Uh-huh.
it, like the mirror, if anyone, I don't know if anyone's who's watching right now, or if whoever's watching, like if you haven't seen the mirror in our mirror room, it fell in Paranormal Lockdown. Well, they're filming. They're filming up front when this happened. It broke. Yeah, there's pieces of the mirror right there.
I have
Yeah.
I have a piece of
Yeah,
Wildwood
so
here in my office.
and the reason why there's some more pieces of the mirror too is because it was actually so it broke and I was sitting and it was leaning against the wall originally, and there was a group that came called Parakeers, and they actually had this video on TikTok of this happening. A lamp, they were sitting in the middle, and in the middle of the room, a lamp fell into a mirror and it fell and broke more.
More. Wow.
Yeah, that's why there's so many pieces of it. It was broken at first after the Nick Roth episode, but broke even more after Parakeets came, because we had it just leaning against the wall for a while, just sitting there and everything.
Well,
and
was
then
the thing
we eventually
too,
had Rick Perry make that box for us to put it in. After the Parakeets.
Yeah, I ended up getting this from Rick at Shaylee's benefit. I won the raffle there.
Yeah.
So that's one of the
no, I remember.
One of the things I have in my office now.
We signed it and everything. I remember that. Yeah, dude, it's awesome, dude. I'm glad you won it, man. Honestly, I'm glad because I know it's in good hands with you. You know, like that's.
I keep
I'm
it on
glad
my
it
shelf.
just didn't go I'm glad it didn't just go to some random person who just like barely cared about any of that stuff. You know, like it could have went to. There was a whole bunch of people there. You know, it could have went to anybody who was just like, paranormal investigation. You know, it wasn't like. It went to you, like someone who's actually like serious and passionate about this stuff. Like, I'm glad it went to you.
So I've noticed, obviously, the last couple of years since you've been getting involved, you get to travel and go to a lot of other places. What do you think is your favorite location other than your own?
Other than my own? So I would say, so there's this really, so this place is called Iron Island Museum. It's in Buffalo.
I know
you probably know of that place, right? Because you live in Buffalo.
Yep.
I have fond feelings about that place, mainly because it was one of the first locations I actually went to. Like the first like location I've ever went to. Like I actually went to so I've gone to like graveyards or whatever. But this was like the first location I went to. So what happened was my mom, when I was a teenager, she actually booked this place for me, and like it was for my birthday. And I got out of work. I was working at like retail stores. And I got out of work, and then I went there, and I had all kinds of like crazy experiences happen. We had they had all kinds of equipment out, and it was like a fun time. We had a really great time. You know, got food and everything. It was like a great moment. I was there with my friend Sean and everything. We had a great time. It was awesome, and like I have fond memories because of that.
Exactly.
So if I were to pick, it'd probably be that place, Iron Island Museum. Iron Island Museum, yeah, probably that would be it. That definitely.
They've
I love it there, man.
Too, so.
And it's very active place. It's a very active place too.
It was a church, funeral home. It's been now it's a museum with lots of different objects. There was like uniforms and soldier stuff, like different war things.
It's got cool history. It's definitely got cool history to it. I like the history behind it. And when I was on Nick Roth, Deathwalker. Don't mind me, Nick Roth's Deathwalker. I played Edgar in it, or whatever, for the reenactments and stuff. It was fun, dude. It was so fun, man. The reenactments and everything and stuff. It was sweet. And then my son was there, like running around and everything. That's like a reenactor for a little boy spirit. That's pretty cool.
It's funny, like the first place I ever got.
I love Nick Roth, man.
He's the man.
I love that, dude.
We all love Nick around here. We're
fans,
So. The first place I actually got to really go as a younger person, I didn't really investigate, but did a tour. Actually has ties to your mother-in-law, I believe, right? Van Horn Mansion. That's 10 minutes from me.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite places growing up. I went there often for tours and stuff like that.
That place is really cool too, though, for sure. Yeah. And I love how Brooke and Lori had that family connection to that place too.
Which is wild considering they own this big haunted location in the Southern Theater.
Isn't it? What's really funny, so there's this group that came to Wildwood the other day, and they were like, we were just at Van Horn Mansion, and something, like they had all these like crazy things that connected them to Wildwood, and like bringing them to Wildwood the next day.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, we've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes already, so
yeah, I know we went over.
I mean, we could talk forever, but how can people get in touch with you? Where can they find you guys?
So we got our website, and then we got Facebook as well.
And then they could follow you on Facebook as well. Like,
yeah, those are the two like
Zach
main things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then be on the lookout for YouTube channel. You said correct?
Yeah. So eventually we're gonna have this YouTube channel out. It'll be Wild Crew, and in October we plan on doing that.
October.
I got a lot of stuff filmed for that ahead of time.
Perfect. And obviously spooky season, so look out for like tours and stuff. Like, where can they book tours and stuff like that?
So on our website you can do that. You can book tours.
WildwoodSanitarium.com.
WildwoodSanitarium.com. Yep.
Perfect. And they can follow the Facebook page, Wildwood
Sanitarium.
For sure.
Yeah. You guys
restoration projects.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. All right. Well, Zach, I appreciate you coming on and talking all the spooky stuff at Wildwood with me tonight.
Yeah, glad to be here, man.
Hopefully we reach out and we get see you guys soon and do something with you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have to figure something out in the future.
All right, perfect. I'm not sure what we're talking about next week just yet. I do know, because Tom is a Bills fan, we're starting at 7 instead of 8 next week. So be on the lookout. So whatever we're doing next week, we're starting an hour early, but I don't know what we're doing yet. But Zach, nice talking to you, man. I hope to see you soon.
It was nice talking to you too. Yeah, it was nice talking to you too.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.